Thanks for joining me again. This is the second of two videos I'm going to make today regarding the Igbo language of Nigeria. And this portion is going to concentrate on verbs relating to things people do. So I call it action verbs of people. As again, we continue to learn my ancestral tongue, as it's also the ancestral tongue of millions of Black Americans as well, as the Igbo people were one of the main people brought here from West Africa, especially through Virginia. So it's always worth knowing who you are and who you come from and to reconnect to your culture and language. And that's what I've been doing for about a year now. So let's go ahead and get to it. To deliver would be Ea-Nah-Poe-Tah, to deliver. Ea-Nah-Poe-Tah, to deliver. Again, Ea-Nah-Poe-Tah, to deliver. Okay, to enjoy. This is one of those, as mentioned in the previous videos, that you have to drop a vowel, we call it. Just like you do in English, and I always like to use the word do not. That becomes don't when you do a contraction. Igbo does a lot of that when words are combined, and this is what's happening here when you say to enjoy something. So the E, which of course is not pronounced E in Igbo, I'm just using the English pronunciations to keep it easy. It would be Ean-Woe-Bee Ah-Noe-Rea, Ean-Woe-Bee Ah-Noe-Rea, to enjoy. Again, Ean-Woe-Bee Ah-Noe-Rea, to enjoy. Okay, moving on to the next one, grow. You know, as a child goes through different stages of physical development, to grow. And it's pretty easy. Again, this is one that you have to drop a vowel. You'll drop the E here. So it would become Ito-eto, to grow. Ito-eto, to grow. Again, Ito-eto, to grow. And of course, again, you pronounce the letters differently in Igbo than you would in English. Again, the I that you see there is like an E, and that's why you hear E instead of it for me. So it's Ito-eto, to grow. Ito-eto, to grow. Okay, to laugh almost sounds like funny words, so it really fits what it describes. It would be ịchị-ọchị, to laugh. Ịchị-ọchị, to laugh. Again, ịchị-ọchị, to laugh. Okay, the way I feel about my wife. So this one would be to love. And it would be Nan-Yah, to love. Nan-Yah, to love. Just love a little cartoon with the little guy's heart pounding out of his chest, looking at his girlfriend. This picture. Nan-Yah, to love. Okay, to make something would be Ea-Roe Hay. Ea-Roe Hay, to make. Again, Ea-Roe Hay, to make. And what you're literally saying is Ea-Roe, which means make, and Hay, something. So you're saying make something, to make, in short in English. So it's Ea-Roe Hay, to make. Okay, to manage would be another one that you have to drop a vowel. So you drop the A, and so you would say Ea-Gee-Kwea Hay. Ea-Gee-Kwea Hay is to manage. Again, Ea-Gee-Kwea Hay, to manage. Comes from the root words ijikwa, which means to manage, and Hay, something. To manage something is to manage. So Ea-Gee-Kwea Hay, to manage. Okay, same thing with to repair something. You drop a vowel, so you're going to drop the I in Edo-Zea, the first word. So it would be Ito-eto Hay, to repair. Ito-eto Hay, to repair. Instead of saying Ito-Zea Hay, you run the words together and drop one of the I's. So it's Ito-eto Hay, to repair. Again, Ito-eto Hay, to repair. Ito-eto Hay. Ito-eto Hay, to repair. Okay, to serve is Odibo. Igba Odibo, to serve. And Igba means to cause something to exist, and what you're making exist is a waiter, basically, to serve. So Odibo means waiter. So again, to serve would be Igba Odibo, to serve. Igba Odibo, to serve. To sing. To sing. Definitely part of church worship and culture. To sing would be, oh, I forget, you do have to drop the E in this one. It would be Ea-Goe Gwoo, to sing. Ea-Goe Gwoo, to sing. Again, Ea-Goe Gwoo, to sing. All right, the smile was just like we said when we was talking about to laugh. It would be ịchị-ọchị. So you could say it to smile or to laugh. It's all the same words. Ịchị-ọchị, to smile. Again, ịchị-ọchị, to smile. Hopefully you're smiling as well and having a good day. Okay, to talk. It's ikwu kwuh, to talk. Ikwu kwuh, to talk. You're dropping the O. So you're not saying ikwu kwuh. You're saying ikwu kwuh, to talk. But it does come from the root words ikwu, which is to say, and okwu, which means words. So to talk, you're saying words, literally in Igbo. So it's ikwu kwuh, to talk. Again, ikwu kwuh, to talk. Okay, to think. Ea-Chea. Ea-Chea, to think. Again, Ea-Chea, to think. We're going to do to work in several variations of that word, and we'll be pretty much done with the video. So to work, again, you would drop the first you-looking character with the dot underneath. That's a diacritic, they call that. And you would run the two words together. So it would be Ea-Roe, to work. Ea-Roe, to work. And it comes from the root words Ea-Roe, which means to perform, and Ah-Roe means work. But when you pronounce it again, you run the words together and drop a vowel. So it becomes Ea-Roe, to work. Again, Ea-Roe, to work. Okay, to work at something, all you're doing is adding a word to it. Na is the equivalent of at in this case. So it will be Ea-Roe at na. Ea-Roe na, to work at. Ea-Roe na, to work at. So again, it comes from the root words Ea-Roe, which is to perform, Ah-Roe, work, and na means at. And of course, you fill in the rest where you work at. Okay, a bank or whatever it may be the case. So Ea-Roe na, to work at. Okay, to work for is just a modification of what we've already said. Instead of using na, you're going to put maka after Ea-Roe. So to work for, like to work for someone, it would be Ea-Roe maka, to work for. Ea-Roe maka, to work for. So again, root word Ea-Roe, which is to perform. Ah-Roe is work, and maka is for. So again, Ea-Roe maka, to work for. Ea-Roe maka, to work for. Okay, to work on is a little different because you're again using the two words that we talked about earlier, Ea-Roe. But to work on something, you have to add that in character and the apostrophe and the word that you're working on. So for instance, I'm going to be talking about working on the house, but you can change it to something else. It would be Ea-Roe Nola, to work on a house, because Ea-Roe, which you learned earlier, means to perform work. The N apostrophe, you add Ola to it, which means house. So N apostrophe in Ola is on a house. All right, so it's Ea-Roe Nola, to work on a house. Ea-Roe Nola, to work on a house. Okay, almost done. Last two. And we'll conclude. To worship. which we love to do, especially with Sunday coming tomorrow. The good Lord sees fit. John 4. When we talk about the Word of God, of course, John 4:24. God is a spirit, and they that worship Him must worship Him in what? Spirit and in truth. So hopefully you're preparing your mind, your heart to worship God with everything in you tomorrow. Give Him your full focus, your full sincerity, all those type of things. Again, John 4:24, that they that worship God must worship Him in what? Spirit and in truth. God is a spirit. They that worship Him must worship Him in spirit and in truth. But in order to say worship in Igbo, you would say Ife-o-Fufe, to worship. Ife-o-Fufe, to worship. One of my just wonderful times that I had last year and the year before, going to Uyo and the surrounding villages, was to see how people walk down those dirt roads and walk for long distances to get to the church building to give worship. It looked so wonderful, and all the beautiful, colorful, traditional garb that they were wearing, their head pieces, all of that just was a beautiful sight. You have to experience for yourself to understand exactly what I mean. It looks something very, very picturesque when people were walking down those dirt roads in the villages to the local church building. So again, it's Ife-o-Fufe, to worship. Again, Ife-o-Fufe, to worship. Last one, and we'll conclude, is to write. It's Ea-Dee-Zea Hay, to write. Ea-Dee-Zea Hay, to write. Come from the root words Ea-Dee means to write, and Zea something. To write something in short English means to write. Ea-Dee-Zea Hay, to write. And thanks for joining me. On the next occasion, hopefully next weekend, we'll go ahead and go over another lesson. All right, take care. God bless. Bye-bye.